Hey guys, welcome back. Today I'm going to do the small creator tag. This tag was created by Smoky Glow here on YouTube and I like the questions, so I think it looks like a lot of fun. I've watched a few people do this video and now it's my turn, so let's do this. Okay, so the first question is, how many years have you been on YouTube? I have had a YouTube account for like 7 years, I think, 6 years? I'd say at least 6 years. But this account, Kara C, I've only had since September 2017. So I created a brand new account for my own videos. My other one is languishing somewhere on the internet. There's no content on it. It's just subscribed to a bunch of random people. But this is the one that I use obviously for posting videos, and it's also the one that I use for viewing videos now. So the other one is basically dead. It's dead to me. Question 2. What was your very first video about? Well, my very first video is still live on my channel, so if you wanted to check it out, you can. It was filmed in my bedroom because that's where I initially started off before we moved everything down into this room. And it was like an everyday makeup tutorial, basically. So it's nothing glamorous. It's nothing particularly awe-inspiring, but it's real and it's me and it's there. And I was just so proud to finally take the plunge. So I don't think I'll ever delete that video. Question 3 is, who is your dream collab? Oh, I've got a few. I would love to collab with Jessica over at The Blonde Man. She's my girl. I've met her in person. She's as beautiful a person in real life as she is on her channel. She's so genuine. She's so kind. She's hilarious, self-deprecating, doesn't take herself too seriously, but is mind-blowingly amazing. So I would love to collab with her. I would love to collab, like a group collab with Sam, Samantha Ravindal, and Raw Beauty Christie, and Jessica. I think the energy in that room would just be non-stop hysterics. Like, I don't know how much makeup would actually get done because there would just be so much laughter. Also, I would be intimidated AF, but I could push past that for that select group of people. I could get through that. I could take double my quadruple my anxiety meds and I would survive, and I would have a crap ton of fun in doing so. I would also love to collab with Angelica. Her use of color, like she inspires me so much. She inspires me with her content on her channel. She is the reason why I now do weekly new release videos because I love hers so much, and I still watch hers every week. I love them. Her use of color, I love her personality. Again, doesn't take herself too seriously, doesn't edit everything out of her video, like every potential little oops moment that she has. I love her energy. Who else? So if it was going to be like one of like the mega influencers, it's never going to happen. But if it did, I would love to collab with Jeffree Star. I know that's super controversial because he's super controversial, but I would like to just, it's not even so much being on camera with him, it would be just chatting with him without cameras pointing at us. Like, I would love to just know what he's actually like, take all the lights and cameras away. Because there's so many different perspectives about him out there that I would like to just see for myself who he really is. So that is another one as well. Maybe that's not so much a collab if I don't want cameras. Maybe it's just that I want to meet him. But collabing with him would be cool as well. Again, I would probably just sit there and like stare and act like an idiot. But again, that's what meds were for, right? We'll get through this. All right, moving on. Number 4. What would it mean to you to make it on YouTube? Oh, it's hard to answer that question without using numbers, really. I mean, I'm working hard for my first 1,000 subscribers. Currently, as of right now, when I'm filming, I'm at 641. And that means so much to me. Like, it just, every time I see that number go up by 1, it's like I've gained a new friend, and I love it. I had a recent, like, huge surge in my, well, huge. I had like a 25, 30 subscriber surge recently because a beauty guru made me do it. Did a video, so that's Paula, did a video with 3 of her basically recommendations of smaller content creators. So 3 channels that are below 1,000 subscribers, and she did a shout out. I was one of them. I mean, honestly, I watched her video. I'm going to link it down below so that you can see the other 2 people as well. But I watched her channel like with just like the stupidest grin on my face. Like it meant so much to me, and she had such nice things to say that, I mean, I film and I'm looking at a camera and I'm in a room by myself. Currently, nobody's in the house with me. I got a cat at my feet who I accidentally keep kicking because of where he puts himself, and the other cat's 2 floors up. So it's lonely. Doing this is a lonely process, but eventually I will edit this. I will put it up and you people will see it. And that is where the magic happens, if I can be super cheesy about it. But getting the comments back and interacting with you guys and knowing that potentially something I've said has resonated with somebody else, or if I've recommended a product and it really works out for somebody else, or if I've said, hey, I don't know that this is the best product, and somebody's like, thank God I'm not the only one who didn't like this. All those kind of things, like, you don't know the impact that you can have on other people. And even you as viewers of this channel, when you comment, you don't know the impact that you're gonna have on me. And believe me, I read every single comment. I try to respond to every single one. I think I'm pretty good at that. And it brightens my day every time I get a comment. It doesn't even matter if you just want to tell me what your cat's name is. Like, I love that. I love it. So I've totally lost track of what I was saying. Circling back to Paula, the fact that she had seen my channel. We've been following each other on Instagram for, oh God, probably 2 years now, I imagine. And we run in the same circles on Instagram. Like, I will see somebody's post, and when it says like liked by so-and-so and however many others, like, it's often a beauty guru made me do it. So we see each other in that respect. We do send each other messages, and I will comment on her videos or her posts, and she comments on mine and all that kind of thing. But just knowing that you're in the back of somebody's mind is huge. Like, it means so much to me. So that in and of itself is amazing. Like, having people talk about you in a positive way, to some degree, that means I've made it. Like, that's reached some of my goals, because that's why I do this. But if we're looking, I mean, I don't have, okay, I'm going to tie this in with the next question, because the next question is, what is your end goal on YouTube? So I don't really have an end goal per se, and I don't really know how I'll know when I make it. I mean, I'm aiming for 1,000 subscribers, and once I hit that, I'll probably set my sights on another number. Like, that's just the way it goes. I'm not trying to replace the job that I have now with YouTube. I worked very hard to get to where I am in my career. I've been doing it for 10 years. I've thought at times of leaving it, and it literally just makes me feel sick to my stomach to even think about doing that, because I know I'm not done in my career. Like, I still have many, many years ahead of me, and I think the work that I do brings a lot of value to a lot of people, so I'm not looking to replace that. I am hoping at some point with this channel that it will basically fund itself. That would be awesome. So if I do start making money off of videos, then I can just reinvest that back into the channel, and then that would be its own little self-contained thing. So I'm not drawing it from basically family funds. I'm just using YouTube's own self-generated pool of money, I guess. In terms of end goal, again, I don't have a specific, like, once I get to this, then I'll stop, or, you know, whatever the case may be, like, this needs to become my career or anything. I think really just the overall goal is to continue to enjoy the process and continue to have fun in creating content for everybody to watch. I want to remain true to myself, so even if I ever do get a sponsorship or anything like that, if the opportunity arises, I want to be sure in myself that I would only accept it if I truly did like the product, or if I had full control over what I said about the product. So I don't ever want to be a sellout. I don't ever want to accept sponsorships simply for the money. Sponsorships are icing on the cake. I don't need them. I would love them simply for brand recognition, just to get my name further out there and increase my possibility of being recognized somewhere, somehow. I think that would be really amazing, but I don't ever want to sell out, and that is really the end goal here, is to continue to provide honest, critical feedback to you as subscribers about all things makeup. There it is. Okay, so that was a long time on those questions. Good thing I have water. I ate way too many carbs at lunch, so now I'm just like super thirsty. Okay, number 6. What is the hardest part about YouTube? Well, I touched a little bit on it in that the process itself is quite lonely, because I film by myself, I edit by myself, I post and I don't know what the reaction's going to be, that kind of thing. And really it's a matter of finding the time. That is the biggest challenge for me at this point. In the 13 months I've been doing this, I haven't run out of any sort of ideas. Like, I constantly have a list of at least 5 to 10 different video ideas. So that is not the challenge. The challenge is finding the time and the energy to do all that, to balance YouTube with parenting and full-time work. So if you ever see videos where it's like basically the same makeup over and over again, it's because I filmed them all on the same day. It's just what it is. Okay, question 7. What is the best part about YouTube? Best part about YouTube is you guys. Honestly, it's the interaction. And I mentioned this at the end of one of my other videos. The fact that you guys are now interacting with each other, freaking love that. I love that. I love seeing a comment that has multiple likes. It's not just me liking it. I like seeing people respond to each other's comments and having a bit of a dialogue. I think that's just the coolest thing ever, honestly. I love it. That's why I do this. I don't want to just put videos out into a vacuum and never get any feedback on them and never get any sort of interaction. What's the fun in that? I may as well just sit here and talk to myself and not spend money on lights and a camera. It's the interaction. That's the best part of it, and I'm hoping that with your help we will cultivate a safe, friendly, funny, amazing little group here, and I think we're well on our way with that. Like, you guys are so consistently supportive and kind and funny and nice, and it's the bright spot in my day reading through comments. Like, I love it, and I love that you guys are commenting with each other, because that's what this is all about, is just forming our own little community here within the broader YouTube community, and you guys are killing it, and I love it. Thank you. The next question is, what is the funniest comment you've ever gotten? I don't know. The only one that really stands out in my mind, I had posted like a 30-second clip of myself in the shower. I was drinking a Caesar in the shower because that's how I roll. Yay, adulting. And it was just saying like, I'm gonna do a question and answer, ask me questions, blah, and just posted it right from my shower. Hooray for waterproof phones. And somebody was like, that totally lowered my blood pressure, that was so relaxing, blah blah blah, and that literally made me laugh out loud, because I get the ASMR life, I totally get that, so I thought that was really funny. I'm sure there are others, I'm sure there are, I just can't think of them off the top of my head because I kind of suck. The next question is, what is the meanest comment you've ever gotten? And I haven't got any mean comments yet. I'm sure at some point it'll come. The only one that's ever sort of edged onto that threshold was I did a Jeffree Star Thirsty Palette review, and I can't remember if it was for the review or for I think I did 4 looks with that palette, so there's 2 separate videos on it. Regardless, it doesn't matter. I think it was the one with the tutorials, and somebody said that I'd stolen the look from some other YouTuber, and I had not even heard of that YouTuber. She doesn't do her videos in English, and I do not speak any other languages, so she hadn't crossed my radar, and that didn't sit well with me. I don't like being accused of doing stuff like that, but I just responded to the comment saying, no, I haven't actually heard of that YouTuber, so it must just be a pure coincidence. and then she deleted her comment. So that's been my brush with meanness, and even that wasn't really mean, it was just kind of wrong. The fact though that kind of got under my skin makes me very nervous for when I do get a shitty comment, because that'll sit with me for days. I am like a classic people pleaser. I want everybody to like me, and when people don't, I'm like, what is wrong? How do I make you like me? And it just spirals from there. So not looking forward to mean comments, but I'm sure one will come eventually. Question 10 is, what other subject matter could you create a YouTube channel about? I wouldn't, but I could do one on family law. That's my sort of area of expertise. So I could create a channel talking about child support, spousal support, property division for unmarried parties, prenuptial agreements, all that kind of stuff, at least for people who reside in Ontario. But I wouldn't do that because, let's put it this way, it's very easy, unfortunately, in some cases, to establish a solicitor-client relationship. And I don't want that with random strangers who I don't actually know and who aren't paying me for my expertise. And I would hate to have my information used out of context or used incorrectly and mess up somebody else's life inadvertently. So although I could come up with no end of video ideas on that, I would not do a dedicated channel to it. I'm a parent. I could do a parenting one, but nobody would want to watch it because my parenting style is very much, you're fine, stop crying. That's kind of my go-to. Number 11, why did you start your YouTube channel? I had been thinking about doing it for quite a while, and I've mentioned this in previous videos, but when I was pregnant with Bennett from 2016 until April of 2017, I lost 70 pounds. I have managed to find like 40 of them, and I'm so mad about that, but that's beside the point. That gave me the confidence boost that I needed to put myself out there. I finally bit the bullet and did it, and I haven't regretted it for a second. There has been in my private life somebody who has used some of my videos against me, who has mocked me in a public way for my videos and their content. And even that, in my opinion, that speaks more about that person than it does about me. So that has never led me to regret any of my videos and has never led me to regret having a channel. So it's a good space. I like being here. I like having a channel. I love producing content, and I don't see myself stopping anytime soon. So the next question is, what video are you embarrassed by? So I did have one. It was my light unboxing. Like I have two umbrella lights and then the ring light here in front of me. And so I did a video of me unboxing them and setting them up, and then just sort of chatting to the camera after I had them turned on. And I got really emotional over lights. Like, it was unexpected, but it just seemed like such a huge step for me. Like, I had just moved into this room. There was nothing really. There was no background decorations. There was like a desk and now some lights. And I didn't expect to get emotional over it because, I mean, they're lights. They're lights. It's an inanimate object. But it was sort of what they all represented. It was the fact that my husband had ordered them, or at least given me the green light. Not that I need his permission, but I had his support. So knowing that I have somebody always in my corner no matter what. And then, yeah, just that next step on this journey, it was overwhelming for me. And eventually I did delete that video, so you can't see it anymore. I kind of regret deleting it. I should have left it up, but I deleted it at the height of that aforementioned person criticizing my content. So I did let it get to me a little bit, but thankfully I just deleted, I think it was just that video that I deleted. The video that that person strongly suggested that I delete, I did not. It was my one where I talk about struggles with mental health. So I'm not embarrassed by that one at all, but the light one, I think I was just more embarrassed about being so emotional, and I did delete it, unfortunately. Question 13, what video are you most proud of? I think, at least in recent memory, the one that I'm most proud of currently is my Huda Beauty Amethyst Obsessions, simply because I felt, even when I was like taping it, recording it, filming it, whatever, even when I was doing it, I just felt in control of the subject matter. Like everything just sort of flowed when I was reviewing the product, and I felt like I did a really thorough job on it. I felt like I did a really balanced and good job on it, and I just felt very comfortable when I was filming it. Like all the points that I wanted to make just kind of flowed easily. I didn't have to stop and start a bunch of times and really hem and haw over what I wanted to say. So I just felt proud of being as collected and put together as I was in the moment. So there's that. All right, and then that takes us to the last question, which is, what is your first YouTube memory? And my first YouTube memory, I was aware of YouTube, but I wasn't really watching it. This was back in my Pinterest days, so 2012. There was a Pinterest post saying this girl teaches you how to do flawless foundation or something of that nature. And I clicked through and it took me to the YouTube video of Jaclyn Hill at the very beginning of her channel. Not the very beginning, but in the early days of it. And she does a foundation tutorial, and that hooked me right out of the gate. So I began watching her. Who else did I watch? I did watch Tati. She was Glam Life Guru back then. There were, gosh, there was other people. Emily Noel. I can't remember who else I used to watch back then. There was a few others that I don't really watch anymore. But I just absorbed as much as I could of tutorials. And I miss the old YouTube days where it was a lot of tutorials and a lot of just technique and teaching. So that's my earliest YouTube memory. There it is. All right, and that wraps it up. Those are the questions for the tag. I am going to list them down below, so if you want to do this on your channel, feel free. Smoky Glow, you created a great tag, so good job to you. Okay, I'm gonna wrap it up because I gotta get myself ready to take Aspen to dance because Barry's picking her up on the way back from work, and it just, yeah, I'm switching into mom mode now. So thank you for taking the time to watch, and I will see you in my next video. Until then, just be a decent human being. Bye for now.